What's up, Fragrant World? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. My name is Justin Copeland, and on this channel, Stay Fresh Productions, we talk about all things fragrance related. If you have any interest in learning more about fragrances or hearing about new fragrances, having critical discussions about fragrances in the industry and all that good stuff, you're in the right place. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Join the Fresh Squad today. That's going to ensure that you will never miss a video here. And it's also gonna just make you a lot fresher. You're gonna feel it, other people are gonna smell it, and you'll probably end up thanking me. But you don't have to, because you do you. I'm happy you'll be fresher. We got a really great video for you today. I've been getting a lot of comments and questions about doing a video for newbies in terms of niche fragrances, because the world of niche, once you kind of dive into it, it can be pretty overwhelming. There's a lot of options. It's really exciting. There's a ton of great brands out there, big and small, and it's hard to kind of figure out where to start. So I have the perfect video for you here, because not only do I have 10 wonderful niche fragrances from 10 wonderful brands that you should definitely get on your radar, I also have a great way for you to sample them, because that is one thing that does come along with great, beautiful, high quality, niche luxury fragrances, a high price tag. So in this way, you can get smaller samples of them, and you don't have to break the bank in order to try some really wonderful scents. If you find something you love, of course, you can go in on a full bottle if you'd like. This video is actually being sponsored by my friends over at Sense Angel. They are a fantastic place to sample niche and designer fragrances, and especially all the fragrances I'm going to be talking about today. You can sample them there. They do have a variety of sizes you can get a fragrance in. These fragrances here are not the ones I'm going to be talking about, but this is an example of their 5 milliliter size, and this is an example of their 9 milliliter size. Decent portion here, nice little silver cap. You know, it's just a decant, but never hurts to have something that looks nice. Now let's get into the 10 fragrances that you need to try if you have not tried them already. These are in order in terms of my favorites, but you don't have to consider my order. All of them are fantastic. All of them are worth sampling if they interest you. So stay tuned till the end of the video. See which 1 or 2 fragrances interest you. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. And go over to Sense Angel. You're gonna be able to use the code STAYFRESH. That's gonna get you 10% off your entire purchase. That is only valid for 1 week from today. So if you're gonna do it, get on it now. Let's dive right in. Here at number 10, this is a fragrance from the Parisian house Montale. They also have a sister company under the same umbrella called Mancera. We'll be talking about one of their fragrances a little later. But here from Montale, this is a delicious fragrance. There's a few others I still have yet to try that I really want to try that I know are supposed to be good, but this is one that I have in my collection. And if you like coffee, if you like caramel, if you like vanilla, this is the one for you. This is called Ristretto Intense Cafe, and wow, this is a beautiful scent. It smells like roasted coffee with roses. I must mention that you gotta like rose, but the rose is very nicely tamed here. And you do have some sweet, succulent, kind of like caramel, vanilla. Beautiful scent, perfectly unisex, delicious, great performance. This is something you could wear on a romantic night out. Again, unisex, so if you're man or woman, doesn't matter, you could wear this. It smells to die for. That is Ristretto Intense Cafe. Here at number 9, this is from a beautiful house that I'm just now getting to know. I'm late to the game on this one, but I'm so happy to have experienced this myself, and I definitely recommend you do the same. This is coming from Kajal, and this is called Kajal Homme II. This is the sequel, if you will, to their original Kajal Homme, which is a fantastic scent. This is a fresh, fruity, floral, spicy, and woody fragrance. Very elegant stuff, but also kind of versatile. It has a lot of peach in there, a juicy peach. You have some nice floral orange blossom, which gives this kind of slightly powdery but fresh and citrusy floral facet to it. You do have a bit of cinnamon in here, making it spicy. And I think there's even some nice creamy sandalwood, sweet, bright, kind of fresh, smooth, woody, and again, a little bit floral. And it's gorgeous. It's called Kajal Homme, but I do believe this is very unisex. Anyone could wear this, and you can sample this at Sense Angel. All right, coming from the house of BDK, I have a couple fragrances from this house, They're also based in Paris. Beautiful house, lots of variety. I have one that I've talked about a few times. That one is called Tabac Rose. Beautiful scent, opulent, but it might be a little bit too much for some people, so I'm not recommending it as a beginner scent. The one I would recommend that I do have is called Rouge Smoking. This is also quite delicious. This is based around a creamy almond and heliotrope. Heliotrope being a flower that can have this kind of vanillic almond quality. You do have a bit of cherry in here. That's mostly what it smells like. It's like a creamy, vanillic, nutty cherry. It smells fantastic, and once again, beautifully unisex. That is one of the perks of niche fragrances. They don't market for gender a lot of the time. Some of them you'll see they do, but I believe that anyone can wear whatever you want in general. But again, especially with niche fragrances, if you are concerned about it, they're all unisex for the most part. And I do recommend checking out Rouge Smoking. It basically smells the way that it looks. It is delicious. Now we do need some fresh scents on here. I know I've talked about some sweeter scents, which is good for the cooler weather. This is something that's perfect for the spring and summer. This is coming from one of my favorite houses, Roja Parfums. This is Elysium. This is kind of the basic one I could offer to you from the brand. Not my favorite one, but a solid scent and definitely great for those of you who might be new to this. And even if you're not new to this, if you still haven't tried Elysium, what are you waiting for? You gotta check it out. Some people say this smells like Creed Aventus, which is not on this list, which is a fruity chypre that is very popular from the House of Creed. It's known for its bright citruses and its juicy pineapple and woodiness and muskiness. But we're not talking about that. People say that this smells like that. To me, not at all. It's in that realm of fresh, woody kind of scents, but totally different direction. This is based around a lot of citrus as well. Think a lot of grapefruit, and there's also some juniper berry that does play a role here. But there's a lot going on here. If you look at the note breakdown, it's very complex, but it smells quite simple, but high quality, and there is depth here. Fresh, citrusy, woody, a little bit floral, kind of fruity, lots of fruits in here. It's very beautiful. It's very versatile, super easy to wear, day or night, dressed up or down. Some people might say this is characteristically masculine, sure, but if you like the idea of a citrusy, woody scent personality, then this is one to check out. That is Elysium from Roja Parfums. All right, this one is a little bit of a wild card here at number 6. One of my favorite fragrances in my collection. One of the most unique fragrances I own, even though it is probably the favorite from the brand, one of the most popular ones from this brand of Serge Lutens. This is called Chergui. This is admittedly a fragrance that not everyone is gonna love. It is a little different. It's quite powdery with iris, but there's a nice dark tobacco in here. It brings kind of an earthy quality. You have a beautiful honey note, so it is sweet. You even have this interesting hay accord, which brings this very rustic, kind of almost woody nature to it. But overall, it is sweet, powdery, a little earthy, and again, kind of has this interesting woody facet in the background. Very elegant stuff. Again, perfectly unisex. This is one of the few I've tried from the house, and this is one I can definitely recommend. There's a reason why it's so popular, and I recommend you check it out if you haven't. That is Chergui from Serge Lutens. All right, here at number 5, we have to have a Creed fragrance in here. It's kind of obligatory. And I chose one of the classics, and this is one that is quite popular, not as popular as Aventus, which I mentioned before, but this one has been around a lot longer and is still a bestseller from the house. This is called Green Irish Tweed. Now, when you go looking for this fragrance in its bottle form, if you happen to sample this and you love it and you want a bottle, you're probably not gonna find one that looks like this. This is a discontinued 75 milliliter size. Just to let you know, you're gonna find it usually in 50 or 100 milliliters, and it's gonna be all black. Total black, everything matte. Actually looks really beautiful. But nonetheless, when you sample it, it doesn't matter. Sample it first. And what does this smell like? This is a classic scent, but it's also timeless. It smells like the name. It is green, very green, kind of wet and dewy in a way, and herbaceous and woody and smooth. It smells very fresh, kind of soapy in a way. Some people say it smells like Irish Spring soap. Not really. It's very, very high quality. It's characterized by some iris, which brings a touch of a powderiness in there, but mostly a nice, fresh lemon verbena note in here. You do have a bit of sandalwood and musk. I think it's ambergris as it dries, so again, smooth, musky. I love the opening, but I love the dry down even more. So if you want to smell really fresh and just green and herbaceous and dapper, then Green Hours Tweed is one to check out if you haven't already. Really, really good stuff. Okay, here at number 4, from the house of Mancera, we talked about Montale earlier, and this is one of the sister fragrance companies, and this is called Instant Crush. Now, admittedly, this is a clone. Let's be real. Mancera is a well-known house. They are reputable. They have some beautiful fragrances, but they also are known to clone some popular niche fragrances here and there. It's not uncommon, but you do get high quality. This is cloning a fragrance by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I don't have any of his fragrances here, and that fragrance it's cloning is called BDK Rouge 540. Now, clone is an aggressive word. I'll say it's inspired by it. Some people would call this a little bit feminine, honestly, but I think it's beautifully unisex. It's very sweet, almost cotton candy-like in its sweetness, so you gotta love a sweet scent. This has a lot of saffron in it, so it's a little spicy, kind of leathery, but there's a nice, smooth, beautiful floral jasmine note in here. Lots of vanilla going on. And it has amberwood, which is a synthetic molecule. It's kind of like a sweet, warm, woody scent. And it smells wonderful. And at least this bottle that I have, it performs like a beast. This stuff is gonna last you 12 plus hours on the skin. Something I would generally wear at night, casual or formal, but maybe kind of in between, honestly. It's so sweet that wearing it formally could be a little bit much. It just doesn't really work to like wear this in all black and like a tux. But it does suit a night out for sure, maybe dressed up something like this, no tie. Or again, for ladies, this is also quite perfect. It's kind of a seductive and alluring scent, so I can easily recommend it if you like a sweet, alluring fragrance that has something unique about it. That is Instant Crush. Okay, this had to be here, and I gotta tell you, this is new to my collection. I've been wanting to get this fragrance for years. I just got it in the mail a couple of days ago, and I'm so excited to have it. And you can sample it at Sense Angel, although a lot of you probably already know this one. Unless you're new, this is called Oud Wood from Tom Ford. This is a total classic. This is one of his original releases in the private blend line, I think maybe 2007 or something like that. Wow, there's nothing like this. There's been some fragrances that have kind of gone in this direction, but nothing it quite captures the magic as Oud Wood does.
Also hashtag Team 30mil.
This is a sweet, woody scent, and oud is in here. Oud being this very kind of exotic wood. It can have a lot of different facets to it. It can kind of be funky, almost fecal in a way, and dark and very woody. It can also be sweet and kind of resinous and honeyed-like and ambery. But in this case, it is kind of medicinal. So you gotta like a little bit of a medicinal feel, but it's still so elegant. You do have some rosewood in here, maybe some other woods like sandalwood. There's some spices, maybe even a little bit of vanilla or something like that. It is sweet and woody, kind of medicinal, very elegant stuff. Kind of commanding, but in a humble way. There's nothing about this that is arrogant, and it's just simply beautiful. It's Oud Wood from Tom Ford. All right, here at number 2, this is a total classic. This has had the niche fragrance world in its grip for years now. People love this stuff for a really good reason, and I happen to agree that Reflection Man from Amouage is a fantastic scent, especially for the beginner. This is on the powdery side of things, so once again, kind of like the Serge Lutens, you gotta like powder. This is a woody floral musky scent. It is based on white florals like neroli and jasmine, so it has kind of this opulent, powdery fluffiness to it, but it's kind of fresh in here. There might be some other types of things making it a little fresh, a little spicy as well, but mainly you get white florals and sandalwood. So it's a little sweet, very smooth, a little powdery, creamy, just like something you'd wear during the daytime dressed up. This stuff just smells simply beautiful. It's so elegant. I do think it's quite unisex, even though it's called Reflection Man. I think anyone could wear this stuff. So anyway, check it out, Reflection Man. All right, here at number 1, this is one of the easiest scents I have in my collection to wear on the niche side of things. And this is probably one of my most complimented fragrances in my collection, if that means anything to you. This is Layton from Parfums. And this is definitely one of their best sellers as well. And this is sweet. It is aromatic, spicy, woody, floral. It is beautiful. It kind of has this candied apple feel, but also lots of sexy, spicy cardamom when you spray it on. Fresh, cooling spice. You do have quite a bit of geranium in here, which brings this mintiness to it. And there's a lot of vanilla and tonka bean and things like that. So it's sweet and succulent, but it has a nice balance with the freshness and the spice that it really just appeals to a lot of people, especially as it floats around in the air. The sillage of this stuff is magical. That's where you're gonna get the most attention wearing it. And I do recommend checking this one out. Again, down below at the website, and use my code STAYFRESH. That'll get you 10% off. You can sample any or all of these fragrances. Get yourself smelling fresh. Get yourself started into some great niche fragrances and kind of open up your world to some new stuff. Again, Sense Angel is a great way to dip your toe in, see what you like, and then maybe commit to something full down the road if you like it. Man, I think Sense Angel also actually sells full bottles of some things. I think they are an authorized retailer of fragrance houses like BDK. So I think you can buy full bottles from them if you really love what you smell. Now I would love to know what you think of this list. If you've tried any of these, let me know what you think. If you've wanted to try some of these, but maybe you've been hesitant, let me know what you think. Again, we can talk about it. I want to have that conversation with you. If you like the video, please like the video. It means so much to me. And again, join the Fresh Squad. Click that subscribe button. Elevate your freshness to unprecedented heights. And thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.